lesson that extinguishes this need is twofold. First, the incapacity to hear. The people who hurt you, or the people who abandoned you, they are fundamentally incapable of processing your truth. They're invested in a narrative where you were at fault, or where their actions were merely a minor inconvenience. Your detailed, nuanced explanation only serves as inconvenient evidence against their preferred version of events. Trying to explain trauma to those who inflicted it is like trying to convince a tsunami that water should not be heavy. It's a profound waste of energy against an immutable force. They don't want to understand. They want to be right. And your explanation, it threatens that. So they'll twist it, ignore it, or use it as ammunition against you. Stop giving them the tools. Second, the irrelevance of validation. When you have undergone the quiet kind of pain, when you have faced the abyss alone and rebuilt brick by brick, their opinion becomes functionally irrelevant. The truth of your survival doesn't need external witnesses. The pain was your teacher. The silence was your classroom. The diploma, the cessation of the need for public defense. You survived. That's the only evidence required. Their understanding of your journey, optional. Their approval of your methods, unnecessary. Their validation of your transformation, irrelevant. You don't need them to understand why you changed. You just need them to understand that you have, and that the person you were, the one who begged for their approval, dead. To stop explaining yourself is to reclaim sovereignty over your narrative. It's the moment you accept that the person who understands what it means to be evolved, not merely healed, is the silence itself. It's a declaration of emotional independence, a silent veto on the world's jurisdiction over your internal peace. You stop chasing light and start becoming it. Your survival becomes the only argument necessary. This transition is analogous to the shift from an open source system to a proprietary black box mechanism. In the beginning, you are open source. Your code, your emotions, your justifications, your reasons was available for inspection, critique, and manipulation by anyone. You were constantly explaining the architecture of your worth. But the moment you learned to stop explaining yourself, you became the proprietary system. The inner workings are now hidden, protected by walls built from betrayal and sleepless nights. The output, your quiet competence, your unbothered demeanor, is all the world is allowed to see. They can observe the result, but they can no longer access the code to try to break it, or suggest clumsy, unsolicited fixes. So here's the order. Stop explaining yourself. to the people who hurt you, to the people who left, to the people who question your distance. Stop. They don't deserve the explanation, and you don't owe them the energy. Your anger? Justified. You don't need to explain it. Your silence? Earned. You don't need to justify it. Your boundaries? Non-negotiable. You don't need to defend them. The people who matter will respect them without explanation. The people who don't matter won't respect them with explanation. So stop wasting your words on deaf ears. Your survival speaks. Your transformation speaks. Your peace speaks. And if they can't hear it, that's their problem, not yours. You owe no one an explanation. Not anymore. The need for explanation is an inherent weakness, an admission that you require external judgment to confirm the validity of your existence. That requirement is now revoked. Your life is not a thesis requiring defense. Your pain is not a crime requiring justification. The only validation necessary came from the silent struggle, the nights spent building the fortress. To offer an explanation now would be to grant them a foothold back into your structure, to concede a right they forfeited the moment they chose to leave. So walk away in silence. Let them wonder. Let them speculate. Let them invent their comfortable narratives. You don't owe them clarity. You don't owe them closure. You don't owe them anything. Your survival is the only argument. Your silence is the only answer. And that is final. By order of the Peaky Blinders.